Now that we're almost a week out since our last snowfall event, our forecasters have been chewing the fat about how problematic our wind slab problem really is. To get to the bottom of it, today we went right into the Lion's Den, Marias Pass, which is notoriously windy. Indeed, the doors on our truck almost blew off, and there was plenty of evidence of previous wind transport, such as drifts behind trees. We stomped around on a few steep but inconsequential wind-loaded rollovers to see if we could produce any cracking or small avalanches, but we got no signs of instability. However, the slabs were too stiff and thick to trust the lack of evidence from our test slopes, so next we dug into a wind-drifted area down to our concerning Thanksgiving crust. Sure enough, we got a sudden collapse, clean failure on a small faceted layer just above the crust, buried by a 3-foot thick wind-drifted slab. Even though these instabilities are becoming increasingly harder to find and harder to trigger, we can't rule them out just yet. Given these results, it was an easy decision to steer around any steep and wind-loaded terrain features where the consequences of a slide, large or small, could push you into rocks or worse. These lens-shaped slabs were smooth-looking and pretty easy to identify by studying the shape and texture of the snow as we traveled higher. Even though coverage is still pretty dang thin, we had some good terrain options by sticking to wind-sheltered or wind-eroded slopes that were holding on to snow. We could identify these areas by looking for sastrugi textures or the wonderful sheen of our Thanksgiving crust. Even though conditions are far from 5-star over here, it was nice to get up into the sunshine and come back home safely. And at least we didn't have to ski down that slope.